VidGamesFTW.
So, we're back.
Welcome to part 5.
And Marcel just did a little test for the audio, and he screamed really loudly in my ear.
I went, BOOP!
Much louder than that.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, that was my quick, yet hopefully loud enough
To tell everyone else in the house show.
that we were recording. Not shut up. Not that mean. It's not to say everyone be quiet, we're recording. Oh my god, he turned around. I didn't know that. I know he was gonna do that. It's not to tell everyone shut up, we're recording. It's to be like, oh hey, if you need us, be aware that your voice will end up in our recording if you just come and start talking to us without realizing that we're recording. Because it happens. It's happened actually in past episodes of Let's Plays before. Yeah. This is Conan.
Thank you for releasing me.
And that's his voice.
Okay.
Thank you for releasing me.
You don't deserve the name Conan. It's just too manly of a name for you to handle.
Man, screw you. I think Conan's great. He's living his life. he's proud of his voice.
Alright. What's he done that I haven't? Which I'm saving the world, mind you. That's a big task.
Oh, we're gonna go that route.
That is a big task to undertake. I don't see him doing anything. He got trapped. I'm little enough to fit my voice, number one. Number two, I'm cool.
Damn.
I have that 90s attitude.
Let's take a weird route.
I'm not gonna lie, that attitude's actually very annoying with certain characters. Sonic. But,
No good.
damn it.
That cat
I can take it in doses.
No good.
I can take it in doses, but otherwise I'm like, shut up. Have another fucking emotion for once. Jesus. Is there anything else in here? I think there might be. No, there's not. Okay. There's another. Whoop, I don't want to go there. There's another thing we can do. Not be up here. Yay, I fucked it up. I'm back at the beginning. Let's go. Find our way back. I skipped an area. I went up to it and then I just jumped off, which is up here. So I will go do that now.
Whoop.
So what types of convos do you want to have? Because we were talking about quite the stuff off camera. Don't you hate that? It's like, let's talk, because when we hang out.
Yeah, but like we were talking about like taxes and job. Like, I'm not even joking. We were literally talking about taxes and jobs.
I had a check
conditions.
literally come in the mail as we were speaking.
So I don't really think that's entertaining conversation. So it's a good thing we got that out of the way.
I was explaining to him yeah, we're not gonna go into detail here, but I was explaining to him what I do for my job. So.
Yeah. But
I'll tell you should apply because we do need the people, and I'm being serious when I say that.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you're a wee
like
puppy
picking his
smoke,
horn nose with his
known
like wing.
You've known.
I actually never really
I forget.
studied his animations. They all have really unique animations. If they're not being used. So they're only partially unique.
Oh god.
I'm not saying that, but it's funny how we hang out casually and we can talk about all kinds of stupid, crazy shit, and then when it comes to recording, we're like, come on, grab flips.
Well, maybe we should take some improv classes.
I suck at improv. I have very rare moments where I can actually do something funny on the spot or say something clever on the spot. But I suck at improv.
Speaking of this just popped in my head, and hey, it's kind of related to Spyro because it's dragon, and the title of what we'll talk about has dragon in it.
Oh yeah.
And dungeons.
Oh Jesus.
Dungeons and Dragons. I gotta get you to play that at some point.
It reminds me of the story Wes told when he talked about how he was a character. Did you watch that episode?
I didn't watch it, but I think he's actually told me the story himself.
Ah, okay.
But please tell it.
It's a retelling, but whatever. So like, I'm not gonna go into the full details. I don't remember it fully, but like basically.
Okay, was he an asshole? That's
Well,
how
sort
I
of,
always
yeah.
imagined that he'd play the rogue who just steals and is an asshole.
Or some kind of villain. He's something like that. What was his name? It was like Wes the Badass or some shit.
What kind of?
Or some stupid ass name like that.
Oh my god.
He didn't
I'm gonna assume that wasn't his name.
It wasn't his own name.
It's too ridiculous.
Do I even
West
have
the bad. Like,
or some. I don't remember what the name was.
and there's so many things stupid about that name.
Something
now,
like that.
now I hope it is his name and he's listening. Like, that's such a stupid name. He's like, it was the name. I mean, come on, West. I mean, West the badass. That's just.
Oh, what's the something?
I just first off, I think it's funny that he uses his actual name for his character.
But okay, so there's this little secret up here, and I know how to get there, so let's do it.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, like, because I've been playing a lot the past like year now. I've always wanted to play it, but no one. I mean, there wasn't really anyone to play with, and I come from a home where that's definitely not something that would be seen as appropriate. Yeah, no, well, they'd be evil. You know, I wasn't allowed to watch or play Pokemon. I wasn't allowed to watch the Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
D&D was definitely, although D&D I can give somewhat benefit of doubt because I can understand why they would kind of understand why people would see that one at least, though it's not. But yeah, so I started playing that, and I was even talking to Chase about it, and surprisingly enough, when I mentioned it to Chase, I'm like, yeah, I want to get you guys to play or something. He's like, oh yeah, I'd totally be down. I'm like, oh wow, really?
Oh, of course he would be down.
I was like, oh damn, and
he's a fantasy freak. He's into that shit.
So
even if he hasn't played it before or played it whatever, he's up for it. He's definitely up for it.
The last time we all hanged out, and I was talking to Chase, and like I was just talking to him, and then I was like, you know what, Chase? I think I've said this to you before, but I keep forgetting how much stuff that we both like, but we just never talked about it. Like that. Like I was surprised. I was somewhat surprised. Like, oh dang, you're right. Because I was so used to everyone else. Wes was like, and you're like, and then Chase is like, yes.
Because trust me, Wes and I are both fantasy guys. Just certain types of fantasy pique our interest. Spyro is fantasy. Even Skylanders to a certain point is fantasy.
Well, you can play a Dragonborn then. You can.
But I've never cared for certain Zelda titles or Lord of the Rings or D&D, like League of Legends.
This is why
WoW,
when I would think about what everyone's class would be. Originally, I was like, I'm like, for you, I was like, maybe like a fighter, but then again, maybe like Fireball, just because I just think Mario. Yeah, I was like, maybe just make you like a sorcerer who's just constantly just shooting firebolt. Make you get some blue overalls or something in a Middle Earth setting. You have blue overalls, and then of course Wes. I'm like, I'm just like, he's gonna be the rogue who's stealing from the party, who's just being an asshole. Just because I know he likes doing this stuff, and he'd probably be like a lizard folk if he could pick anything.
Yeah.
And then with Chase, I was just like, oh, he'll probably play like a ranger, something like Zelda. But then he's like, oh no, I'll be a paladin. And I was like, oh, no, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty cool. And yeah, everyone needs a paladin because heals and reviving people from the dead. Which is a possibility. And we already did this area.
Yes. So I already finished my level. The controller went back to Jerry. Now it's time to go into another level.
Oh wait, right. This is the hub.
Yeah.
I was like, we already did this level. Oh right, because it's not an actual level. And then you went over there on the left, right?
Yeah. So there's that one right there. But again, you got your choice. So. Yeah,
let's go here. It's close.
Because we've technically been doing them in order, so it's like okay, but we don't have to. So I mean.
I'm gonna take off my beanie.
I like this one, Clifftown. It's really cool.
Whee!
There's some good secrets here that I want to see if you're able to deduce out of your own mind power usage. Yeah, that's a sentence.
Well, I'm glad you used your mind powers thing to come up with such a great term. All right. Well, so I was saying like
I'll be down for it. So long as we come across some funny shit that's gonna keep me into it, I guess. I mean, because I don't know how long those kinds of games take or whatever. And
it can really depend. It depends on like what you guys want to do, how much you can do. Because like some people like most of the stuff when I'll play will do like 3, maybe 4 hours. But like some people can go like really far and just like take hours and hours. Like it also depends too, like whether or not you're like, are you doing a one shot where you just want to do one session, which is maybe like a few hours, and everything's just gonna be done after that one time playing a day or whatever. And or are you doing like a long campaign where you're just coming back week after week? or every 2 weeks or whatever, and then just continuing the long story.
Okay.
But so what you like? You said like a lot of funny stuff. So you sounds like you'd be more into the RP part, because like there's most of it's like, because it's an RP game, it's a fantasy RP game, but like there's combat systems, and at least for me, I like the RP part, and I like to do it where like you interact with players and NPCs and the story and your character and your background and the way you act and like everything. But then I really get into the combat too, I won't lie. I get really into like, oh, my stats, all the cool attacks I can do, all the cool spells I can learn, blah blah blah, whatever. So I don't know, like maybe you would get into that too. I don't know. It's hard to judge.
Metal
like,
armor anyway.
what would you imagine with your limited knowledge of how the game works? Do you find yourself sitting at the table? Would you be more interested in like, okay, cool, I do some really cool moves with my sword, or a fireball or something, and like I just do a bunch of like damage, or are you more like, oh, I want to go to this town and interact with these people and make jokes, or like I want to like mess with a lord or something? I don't know, like you want to talk with people and sway them with your charm.
Because you know I have charm.
Well, I mean, you might. Fucking one of the ability scores is literally charisma.
Yeah, I wouldn't know until we actually tried a game out. So I mean, just to feel it out and see what I, appeal to or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what appeals to
Although
me.
that part, I will say, it usually does depend, because like it depends on like your DM and the players, because like a lot of people do really combat heavy, where it's just you go into a dungeon and you just fight wave after wave of monsters, and then you get golden treasure, magic items, and then some they try to do a lot of RP backstory and stuff. So I don't know. It's definitely, it's not easy. I tried DMing for the first time in like I think this weekend. Yeah. And
you were totally not looking at the screen.
I was not looking at the screen. I was not.
You got
distracted.
Back, though.
But look, okay, it's called Dungeons and Dragons, related to Spyro. He's a dragon. It's fine. I can keep talking because I'm just thinking like I'm way off topic.
You don't have to get.
Oh yeah, okay, I already got him. But yeah, like I did, and it was. It was first time. It was my first time doing. It's because I did a one shot, which is like I said, where it's like that's usually the whole entire arc and the story and everything is supposed to finish and start in like just a few hours. But like that was a challenge because I had the railroad, which means I had to like really like I had to limit the players and be like, you guys can't go anywhere you want, you can't do anything because you kind of need to fight this or you need.
There's like no set structure. It's more of like just how you build it to be.
Okay, so if you were to play in like an actual set game, it's not like a one shot where everything just is like needs to end in just a few hours. You can do anything. Like I could set you guys, like let's just say I set it up and you guys are playing. I could set you in a town.
Yeah.
Or whatever setting. The most stereotypical one is you start in a bar and in it's like a and then from there it's just up to what do you guys want to do. Like I'll put things to hook you up and be like hooks and like I'll be like a guy comes in and talks about how there's like some bandits and you can decide, do we want to go fight those bandits, maybe get some treasure, get paid for it. Damn it, I tried to land. I know I'm doing really bad, I'm sorry guys.
We're having a very in-depth D&D discussion.
not I don't think anyone was expecting that, but yeah, like so I can give you like hooks. I can like you can look around and find like, oh, I wonder if there's anyone who needs us to do anything to pay us, or maybe we just feel like saving this town from like, god damn it.
You really need to flame her, dude.
She's like big fat lady.
Get the pot. Did you get the pot?
Oh, did I not?
There's a gem behind as well.
And then the pot.
Just flame it. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, like basically you can do whatever you want. I can like try and push you to do something, but most of the time I can't make. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I just keep instinctively wanting to burn everything. All right. Pay attention a little bit more. As I talk. God, and then she can't. I can't do it to her. This is going terribly. I'm sorry. And I like to think it's because I'm talking so much, but I think it's just I'm generally not. It's bad. But can't into her. No, burn her. Right. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. See, and I wasn't talking, so it has nothing to do with that. But yeah, like you can do whatever you want. You guys, like if I were to do it, I'd probably ask you guys to be more heroes, but technically you could be evil people who like just want to torture people, or you want to just take siege of a town and like make it your own and become the new ruler, or you always hear about a dungeon and so you, oh great, does that mean I have to find a cannon?
There are no cannons in this level, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, so is this one of the puzzles you were, wonder if I can move the fat lady.
Nah.
Or is there like
you just
a
gotta
boulder?
kill, you just kill them. They don't have anything to do with it.
Let's see, is there a,
Well, you're at a high enough point now, you can reach all that stuff. That you saw in the distance over there, yeah, where those chests are.
intrigued.
Will Jerry get to this chest, the goodies that are within? Tune in next time to find out. We'll also probably continue the D&D discussion a little longer. We'll see. Got stuck for a minute there. Tune in next time.
Here.